Everybody, welcome back or welcome to the channel. Covering Marvel Snap in this video. Particularly, we're going to be talking about the early play of the Zabu Dino deck. I'm going to go over that deck. I got it right over here. Again, apologies for the throat. Did find out I have strep. So been dealing with that for over a month. Glad I went to the doctor. Hammer down the like button for me, right? All right, so let's check this out. The whole deck, Zabu Dino, is built around the Zabu card, which reduces the cost of all 4 cost cards by 2. It's phenomenal. I love this card. A lot of people know about it. It's nothing secret. And then the Devil Dinosaur is something that you can get pretty early on. It's one of the earlier strong cards. The whole point of having this card is you want to have a lot of cards in your hand at the end of the game so that this increases its power. Knowing that, this deck, for me, you want cards in your deck that can bring you cards, and you want a lot of 4s. For me particularly, let's focus on that. So Jessica Jones, it's a great 4-cost card you can get for 2 if you get the Zabu early. Kazar, again, he's just a good general 4 card because he'll increase those 1s. Moon Girl, she's a 2-fold in this particular deck, and I know it's getting cut off over here. Just bear with me a little bit for fun. This will duplicate what's in your hand. But remember, make sure you understand how many cards you have in your hand, because I think it maxes out at, it's either 7 or 8, I forget off the count. But you can only get so many, and it's a 4, so it gets its cost lowered. Namor, this is a great one too, because you can always end up playing it solo, and it gets some additional power, especially if Atlantis is a location, it gets even more power. So that's a nice 4 card. The White Queen, Emma Frost, this pulls cards down in to your deck when you play it, and it's a 4. Love it. And then obviously Devil Dinosaur. I have America Chavez in this. I didn't always have her in this deck, but I like this because I know she's not going to come early, and I'll know she'll be in my deck. So for my Devil Dinosaur, if I play him, you know, on round 6, this is a card that'll be there, and it's not something that's going to take up spots in my hand before I want to play something. All right, we'll switch up the format a little bit here. So some other options in this deck that you could find, Mantis. This will bring a card if you can guess what your opponent might play. Not a bad option, little RNG to that, guesswork if you will. Cable's another option. I used to have him in this deck not too long ago. Played with him for a few days, and I keep taking him in and out. I don't seem to have good success personally. I don't know if it's me playing it wrong or what, but it is an option because it does pull. When you play it, it actually still adds a card to your deck. Koi is not a bad option just because it's a good general card. Same thing with Scorpion. These 2 cards can be in almost any deck depending what your setup is and what your end goals are. Jubilee, I used to actually have this in this deck forever, but there was just too much RNG to this card, and the 1 point, I felt like if I played Jubilee and then it pulled one of my other ones, or just a card that wasn't, you know, that I didn't like or need. I mean, I might not be as bad. I don't think I played or had her in my deck when I had America Chavez in there. That might not be too bad. I pulled that one out, but it is an option. Enchantress is another 4. You just got to be wise about where you play this and pull it to make sure it doesn't hurt yourself, but that's another good one. Strong Guy, I don't like this one because it's very rare. You should never have your card empty. It's the opposite of what you're trying to do. He's more of a discard, destroy type deck. I used to have Iron Man in this deck. This is a good card regardless. I did find sometimes it got in the way of me wanting to double down on my Devil Dinosaur, but it gives you another option in case you don't get it. It's up to you, but it is a decent card there. Some of these other 5s aren't the worst, but I don't know if I'd really play any of these. You don't want to get too much into these higher end cards because you don't want those to take spots up in your hand. I have Chavez to make sure she comes in that last. That is pretty common, but you know, if you really, Hobgoblin, again, he's another card that's not the worst in the world, but I don't want to be playing those. I want to be playing, you know, Devil Dinosaurs. I want to be getting Moon Girls that, you know, give me multiple of those Devil Dinosaurs, etc. Or play a Devil Dinosaur, then lay down a Moon Girl later. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show some gameplay. I want to show this because depending how these things show up in your deck, the order, depending on locations, things can vary. Sometimes I can have, I mean, this is honestly the case with a lot of beginner decks, or starter, even middle of the road decks, is you can go on a bad stretch. I was talking to somebody who was up in the 80th tier. They dropped all the way down to 60 because they just went on a bad stretch. I'm gonna go ahead and show you some gameplay and I'll give you some thoughts as I play. All right, so it starts off good with I like this. Wow, this is actually starting off great. This is almost snap worthy to start off, but I don't like to do that. I really want to make sure that people stick around and or think that they're winning first. That's unfortunate seeing now. I'll always have to see how this plays out. See if I can Electro and take that out. Oh, don't discard. Oh, okay, so I can't protect that. Well, there's my Electra, but I'm going to wait to play that there. So I'm gonna, because, and this is why I like Sunspot a bit, because I can feed energy now. He or she might have an Electra too and play it there. All right, so he's gonna start stacking up cards. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Nightcrawler that he plays there. Now we've got this one over here. Interesting. So got to play this over here. We'll see if we both start stacking that up. This getting, I really hope I get a different 2 over here than Jessica Jones, because I don't want to play Jessica Jones in that spot, because that means I wouldn't play another card there next turn. Interesting. So they're not going. I wonder if they have. Okay, so he's probably going to move Nightcrawler there next turn. And now my Electra over here has got another 1, so there's some RNG there. All right, so we got multiple 2s here. So let's go ahead and do this. Do this. He'll move, and it's going to be interesting. If he's got 1s and 2s in his hand, that means he'll fill up here first. Hoping he doesn't. Doesn't even go for it. Interesting. Okay. So then he'll move the Nightcrawler. I might just let that... I might let the middle just go. We'll see. Onslaught. So he's going to do an ongoing. So he'll probably... So he's leaning into the ongoings. He's probably going to put that Onslaught in that middle there and let this feed the 1s around. So I like what's happening here, with the exception of... Let's see here. Okay. Normally I'd like to play Devil Dinosaur on this turn. I can't double up my Devil Dinosaur. If I play it there now, I use it and it's done, but I can increase the cost to it, but I feel pretty good about how that side's going. So I'm going to go here with that, and I'm going to save this. Actually, I'm not going to save this. I'm going to play this now so that I can double up this hand, and I'm going to leave that there. All right, so he's going to play that on... Oh, what is that? Helicarrier for 0. That's a... All right, so a 0 for 10 is pretty nice. I mean, there's 0. So he's going to play his Onslaught there. There's no chance that that can beat me there. Unless I'm missing something major here. Onslaught is double it, right? Yeah. So basically everything gets 1 more, but I'm going to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 points from this, 10 points from that. There's no way he's going to do anything there. If he plays that there, I mean, yeah, I'm just giving up that center location. So we're just going to see what happens here. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. So I should be good. Oh no, or no, okay, good. I was like, I thought I was short there for a second. So that was one way to play it. Obviously the Hellcarrier was a good 6 card. Sometimes those can end up being bad, but I got 4 cubes out of it. Pretty happy with that one. All right, so my starting hand here is not super great. Yeah, see, this is where this deck can get a little sideways on me. If I don't get a Zabu or a Sunspot here, the card takes its action first. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save that for later and hope that... and this is why I wish I already had Sunspot. I don't want to give them the option of taking that yet. They probably have a discard hand, so we'll see. All right, and I'm glad I didn't play anything there, so now I get more energy. Give me a... So now I get that, but I get this card, which is nice. So I got some luck on my side there. I don't want to play my hand on this Death Domain quite yet. YOLO. Oh, that's a bummer. Doesn't matter that much, honestly, but man, it would be awesome if I could play one of these. This is where Zabu, just not getting Zabu early sucks, because I can't duplicate this Apocalypse, which would have been awesome. Not sure why they did that. I was just gonna say, I'm like, I think they didn't. I think they thought that would probably destroy both of our cards, but it didn't. You know, I easily would have won this one just with playing anything, because the highest card he had there was an Apocalypse. All right, Zabu and Dino early like that, and a Jessica Jones, but nothing I can do. I normally don't like to use Electro that early. Ruin a random location. I hope it ruins the middle, to be honest with you. Yes, thank you. We want more Khazars because I've got... I'm not going to take advantage of Namor, but I could get some additional points on those if I'm able to play those. So I'm going to play Namor first. Namor. I do not understand this person's gameplay. I'm going to snap just to see if they really feel good about their chances here. So I've got multiple Devil Dinos here. Just see what happens. Don't be a Devil Dino. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, so they think they're gonna snap here too. I feel pretty good about the one on the left. I think I might just give up on the one on the middle. This will be 13. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I mean, if they pull this off, more power to him, honestly. If he's got... I mean, he started off with what I thought was a move hand. I mean, 2 of those would go there. That's 11. There, I still win that. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, I always forget about Shang-Chi. Oh, that's too bad. If I would have played that devil in the middle, that's a partial mistake on my part, but I still would have had the RNG of where to play that, so kind of is what it is. Unfortunately, this run right now, I think, has got me down on cubes, and that's just sort of the nature of the beast. You risk a couple 8s, and you just... 2 games can make you sort of screwed. It's one of those times where I'm not getting great cards in my hand. I stacked up the left side. I know I'm not going to go there this turn, so it's a little bit easier. But, you know, my Moon Girl is sort of like, I don't really want to use that either. What is they got in their hand? So they got a Heimdall, really? Interesting. After, this is hilarious. Then Zabu shows up. Thanks, Zabu. Turd burglar. I don't know why they'd have a Heimdall in this set. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me. They've literally got no move cards here. They get a White Tiger, I get an Electro. So, all right. Let's see here. So I'm up 5 here. But if they play a card there, then the more it goes down to 5. So they'd have to gain even more. They'd have to have a 10 card to make up for it. I need 3 points here. I'm surprised that they snapped there, frankly. I might counter snap here. I don't know what... I mean, they've got Heimdall. Yeah, I think these 3 cards all go here. All 3 cards there go there. I mean, I'm just going to go here. And then I think they're expecting to win these 2. But that changes to 5. That'll go down to 4, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna counter snap here and see what happens. I'm assuming they're gonna play Heimdall somewhere. Probably on the, I guess, left? No, maybe not. Oh. Wow, they had a Hobgoblin in there. That's hilarious. But there you go. Still ended up winning because the Namor, he put the, he should have not put the Yondu there. He should have put the Yondu on the far right side. I don't know why they did that. Like, as soon as that Hobgoblin was there, they should have put Yondu over there. There's no point to have that 2 there. Because, well, I mean, I guess he put it there thinking, oh, you know what he thought? He forgot that Namor, you only get +5 if you're 1 card. So I think that was a mistake on their part. So we'll end it on a positive note. Went down in cubes. I forget exactly where I was starting. It was probably around the 72 or 73 range. But I do enjoy this deck, and when I play a little bit smarter and wiser with my cubes and my bets, so to speak, you know, I can build up decently with this. I can get on some decent runs. So I hope this talk of the Zabu Dino deck helped you. If you're an early player at all, if you're an expert player or further along, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below. Let me know what your experiences with this deck are. If you got any suggestions for switching out cards. I've only been playing for a couple weeks now, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So I am very seriously still learning this game. So appreciate you guys. If you want to see more content, please consider hammering down the like buttons, subscribing. This is a dedicated channel. Share with your friends. aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, all that sort of thing. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.